Yeah, and these games, these games don't happen, and he knows how I feel about him and the support that he has for our program, but this doesn't happen if it wasn't for the support of our athletic director, Michael Kelly, um, to have this, right? And there was a lot of people involved in our athletic department assisting with this event, in packing bags, putting bags on seats. There's a lot of things and a lot of people to thank behind the scenes that people don't see to make something like this happen. And I thought, Shalise, who put is the lead on this and takes a lot of pride in this event. She did another outstanding job, and we might be outgrowing it, but it's great. And what you want is it's hopefully some of these kids go home and they talk to their parents and loved ones that they had a great time and they want to come back. And also think, hey, you know what? I want to be a basketball player one day. You know where I want to study? I want to study at the University of South Florida. So I think when you make that investment in something like this, you know, you're going to get that return way down the line. But game, it was ugly. Handed to Merrimack. I thought they came in. They played really hard. They're well coached. She does a great job controlling tempo. We just needed to find different ways to just speed the game up and just play a little differently, and that's what we did. So, no excuses. We got to be a lot better than how we played today. So, I don't know. We got this finals week next week, but 11 a.m. You play basketball, you should be good at 8, 11, 2, 7, and we were not good today. The 18 turnovers, big concern, and you shoot 41%. We got 3 guys that, I don't know, there were 2 for 20-something. If that happens, next Sunday is not going to be very pretty. So, I thought we made good progress in Orlando to Louisville to Mississippi State. For one reason or another, these last 2 games have not been indicative of how we practice and how we play. So, and that's just, 19, you hold the team to 43 and you win by 19, but that's just not the standard of our brand of basketball. It isn't. Okay.
Coach, the main difference today was your pressure defense, especially in the second half. You really got after it after halftime. Would you say that was the main difference of the game?
Yeah, I didn't feel, we just needed to play differently against this team and do something different because they do a good job running offense, right? And they work the shot clock, so we just needed to do something different to speed up the pace and maybe speed them up and have them take some shots that they're not all used to taking in practice. And that was the thing. We scored 40 points in the paint, 22 off of turnovers because we turned them over 26, 28 times, whatever. So I just didn't feel that us playing gap defense, right? And, they played very inspired and played hard defensively and took away driving lanes. And, when you take away driving lanes and you're not making shots, that's a problem. Yeah.
Coach, you had 40 points in the paint. You could have had 60. I've never seen you have as many point-blank shots and just not make it. Was there something going on in there? Was a lot of banging and not being called, or what?
I don't know, Leo. Maybe we need to look at the lights. Maybe the lights were shining too bright on the rims on both sides. Maybe we need to look at that. You know what I
Much
mean?
like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Coach, you had early on in Butu, early on in the game, missed opportunities under a basket in the paint, and it seemed to be struggling for like the first 2 to 3 minutes of the game. Early timeout, seemed to make a minor adjustment, and then you see Blase finally come around at the end of the first, hand into the second, but they were just golden opportunities that just seemed to be missing. It's a difference from our last home game compared to transition this game, and as you had just mentioned, over in Orlando. Was there something just off in the first half that it just seemed like the ladies were just connecting with? Because I can see you trying to tell them to transition faster, and that seemed to be slower this game compared to the last home game.
Mm-hmm. Well, Laura's really good when we hit her on rim runs and we pass it ahead when she's running north and south. Our perimeter players put Laura in a bad situation when she's moving east and west and when we throw it to her at the high post. Because our wings, they feel pressured, so guess what? Teams are playing drop coverage and they are not guarding Laura. So we're throwing it to her and then our offense just stalls. Because we've played now 10 games and and everybody now will know how to guard Sammy Puisis, which way to jam up on Romy Levy, right? Who to attack the offensively on our team that can't keep the ball in front of them. So that's a big problem. We threw Lauren Putu the ball 25 feet on a rim run. That shouldn't happen. Laura shouldn't never have to catch it 26 feet and take 2 dribbles. You're putting her in a situation that she doesn't practice that, and she's not going to do a good job with that. Now, she has to finish around the paint, right? Because Merrimack switched 1 through 5, and they played behind her. She's got to catch the ball on the block. The problem is when we drove it, what did they do? They collapsed, and we kept trying to throw it to Laura on the move. So that's why we had so many turnovers. Yep.
In the second half, the good thing was at least went on a 15-1 run within over 5 minutes.
With our pressure.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that made a huge difference late in the third going into the fourth, because then you can see finally coming alive and obviously being animated off the bench, but you can see that defensive pressure. What you wanted in the first half finally came through in the second half.
Yeah, because we're good when we play fast in transition, but our decision making's got to get a lot better. And if you don't make perimeter shots, right, and you don't get stuff off the glass, that's a big problem. You know, we only got to the free throw line 12 times. NCAA tournament teams that I've coached here, and I've coached a lot of them, we've been somewhere averaging between 18 to 24, 25 free throws a game. Why don't we get to the line? Because our guards shy away from contact, right? And they don't want to get to the cup. So we're a jump shooting team. So we don't like contact. We don't like getting hit. That's got to change. You know, analytics and stats don't lie.
Right.
You know.
All right. Any other questions for Coach?
Coach, I met an 11-year-old girl today. It was her first USF basketball game, and now she wants to play basketball. Is that what a day like today can do?
Yeah.
Where you grow the game from young people?
Yeah, you grow the game in a lot of areas. You know, I know a lot of kids enjoyed being out of school today and having the field trip, but those are the stories that you want to hear, right? Or they run home and tell their mom or dad or aunt, uncle, cousin, I had so much fun today. Can you take me to a USF basketball game, right? So those are the stories that you want to create. And then hopefully they had such a great time here, right, that they'll come back or dream of going to school here.
Ladies, for both of you, took a while to get the offense going, but the defense was right there from the beginning. Did it just take a little bit stale or on offense, or it just wasn't dropping?
I think since we started missing layup, we tried to get our defense better, and that's what we did the third quarter. So I think I'm very proud of my team that at least the third quarter, like we play better and we made like good decisions. So we got some steal, and we tried to just do our best.
Yeah, I think from the beginning in the preseason, we said like the important part right now is the defense and the offense is gonna come up. So like it's what we're doing right now. Be very focused on the defense. Now today it wasn't a really good day in offense, but it's gonna keep better. So.
You had to be pumped up with all those kids there just going crazy. Did you have goosebumps before the game started?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we love education days. We love it that the kids come here, have fun with us. We have a lot of fun, like, be around them. Like, it's really good for us to be
Yeah,
there.
I think it was a beautiful environment today. I hope they have fun watching us.
For both of you, what was Coach's message to you guys at half going into third quarter?
He wasn't very happy. He was like, we need to play better, make better decision, especially offensively. So we bring it up. We try to talk like a team and stay together. And we say, let's bring our offense better, defense better, so then our offense is gonna come. And that's what we did, and we start playing better.
Yeah, the defense was the key point right there. Like we say, it was the first game that we pressed the other team, so that was the thing that we want to try to do better. And the third quarter, we showed that we can press and we can steal a lot of balls. Then I think the offense could better in the third quarter too. So like it was a mix of us.
For you ladies both, you just talked about the pressure in the third quarter, and I asked Coach about the same exact thing, because in the third, you guys just turned it on at about 5:58 in the third. And then Blasky had a 6-0 run going late into their first. What was the difference between, obviously, your first half, when you guys didn't seem to be just connecting, and then the second half? It's two different halves that we saw even on the last home game. But this game, you guys had more pressure in the third, and once you put on that pressure, it just seemed like Merrimack had no answers.
Yeah, I think that's what Coach asked us. Like at halftime, he was like, we are playing bad offensively, so we need something to like help us, and that's what we did. Like we tried to play better, and we pressure. We got a lot of steals, and that's what we need to do. Because I mean, shots like we're gonna miss shot, but we need to have another key that's defense. Today was defense today.
Yeah, I think it was the first time that we steal the ball in the pressure. We say like, hey, we can do this. Like, it was really good and really easy. It was an easy layup to us. So after that, I think we got together and we pressed like half court, like every time. So.